Hello, I'm going to do another tutorial about how to play Countdown online using the website Ep3. Now this one is going to be shorter than the last one. It will be just a short tutorial that goes through how to play the letters rounds on Ep3. So I actually recorded this earlier, but I forgot to switch the view to this view. Let's just make sure that's worked. Yeah, there we go. So I have to redo it. Okay, so I'm going to play this one on my own account this time. You can see there's my name there, because I need to set up a custom challenge, and you can't do that when you're playing on a free account. So over to the play button. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up I'll put myself on busy first, just in case someone thinks I'm in for a game. I'm going to set up a custom challenge against one of the robots. Now, if you look at the names in the room here, the blue names are all the house robots, and they go from the most difficult ones up near the top, being Ep3 Rex and Ep3 Prime, down to the easier ones, Waldorf, Nude, and Prune. Prune always scores 0 against you, so it's kind of like having a practice game, so it's quite handy for that. You can see that there's a lot of people who are choosing to play Prune right now, and I'm going to be another one of them. So I send them a custom challenge. Now what we want for this is full custom, and yeah, full custom, and I'm going to have just 4 letters round. So letters, 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 letters. There we go, 4 letters round, that'll do. Send the challenge and see how we go. Okay, so here we are. There's the chat here. You can send a message to your opponent, but because it is a robot, there is no point. If you want to look at the refresh your memory of what the rules are, this rules tab would be useful for that. Items, you'll get them during the game depending on your performance. And here are your rounds. So there's 4 letters round selected. Now in a standard game would be 15 rounds consisting of letters, numbers, and a final conundrum. But this is just to show you how the letters work, so let's do this. Okay, so you click the play next round button. And Ep3 Prune has first choice of letters. So that's their choice of letters there. So you get whatever words you can and just note them down. Type in the word, press return. Press enter, and then whatever else you can see, like coats or mascot, or is there a 7 in there that I'm missing? I don't know if there is. Yeah, I'm gonna go with mascot. Mascot's good. And then in this screen, all your words are listed, and you pick whichever one you want to declare. So I think mascot is good. I'm going to declare that. Oh, there was some 7s in there. Moscato and Scotoma. By the way, yeah, never mind. Okay, so next round. My pick this time. So there you are. There's a template. Now you can either click constant vowel with your mouse, or you can just do CV on the keyboard. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Now, they put a V in there because I did one extra vowel by mistake. Okay, so then you just get whatever words you can, like fed, or zone, ed, or I don't know, what else is in there? Yeah, I can't really see anything good here, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to go with this 5. Now, if I let this patience run out, the thing will automatically pick the word at the top. So it picked zone for me because that was the word at the top. That's always how it works. So anyway, yeah, so define, I shouldn't really have missed that. That's an easy 6. Okay, so the next pick is going to be Ep3 Prune's pick, the opponent's pick. Okay, so it's up to me again to whatever words I can see in that to go for them. So I don't know what's there. I can't really see anything good. Pro, per, pa, and then if you get nothing, right, then it just says I had nothing or mine went blank, and you get a 0 for that round. Raviola was probably the easiest 7 in there. The rest are a bit obscure. And then we have the final letters round then. So this is going to be my pick. So once again, you can use CV on the keyboard, or else you can just do this. The rule about picking consonants and vowels is you have to have a minimum of 3 vowels and a maximum of 5. My preferred pick is to get 4 vowels and 5 consonants, alternation like this. Call it the classic McKay, although Thomas Carey wouldn't like that much. Let's see. So lovage is there, stupid word, but yeah. Hey, my cursor was in the right place. We'll put the cursor in the notes place and do. Now we'll get something better than lovage. What's there? Something ed. Something edge. I can't really say anything good here. I'm just gonna go with lovage. You can probably lovage. God, learn to spell. I wonder if you put the D on that. Now you see you have a little bit of time to complete a word if you see it at the very last second. Okay, so I'm going to pick lovage, and that's what happens actually when you have a bigger word that you're not sure about. You can type it in, and then what it will do is it will, you'll see it in the game chat. So you'll have, I'll go for lovage, but what about lovaged? And then Susie will tell you whether your bigger word would have been allowable or not. Okay. Yeah. And that's it. That's how the letters work. When you got the bit of extra patience at the end of the 30 seconds, that's to kind of signify in real life countdown. If you're on the TV show, you could say, "Oh, I have a 7, but it's not written down." So that kind of allows for the bigger word that isn't written down. Okay. So there we go. That's everything about how to play the letters game in Ep3. Actually, there's one thing I forgot to show you. I'll do one more round to show you. Okay, here we go. We'll do one more round. Okay, so when sending on this challenge to Ep3 Prune, okay, and so just to show you one or two things I forgot to show you in the other rounds, play the round. So you have again your constant vowel thing. So you can pick the letters. Again, I'm going to alternate consonants and vowels. You can pick them fast like this, or you can pick them very slowly to try and see words as they come out. Now, if you don't pick in time, they'll pick something for you. So then what you do is you get whatever words you can see. Like, I don't know if prelates is a word, but I'll put it down anyway. Yes, pearliest. Pearliest might be a good 9. Now, if you're in that situation where you think you've got the best word that exists within the selection, you're allowed to press this button here, end round early, like this, and then pick whichever word it is you want to go with. So I'm going to go with pearliest and hope it's allowed. Yeah, it's in. Good. So that's nice. Now, obviously, because I'm playing against a robot, you don't have to wait. If you're playing against a real person and you end round early like that, you might have to wait for their 30 seconds to elapse before you get to this page here. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed your Ep3 letters tutorial video. Okay, so there were a couple of things that I neglected to mention in the main part of this video, so I'll come back and just kind of insert them in at the end. First of all, let's look at some other shortcuts you can use while you're picking your letters. So you already know that you can press C for consonant and V for vowel, but there are some even better ones here. If you know that you want 3 vowels and 6 consonants, then you simply press 3 on while you're picking your letters, and that'll get you your 3 vowels and 6 consonants. Or if you want 4 vowels, press 4, or if you want 5 vowels and 4 consonants, then press 5. So basically press the number of vowels you want as a shortcut to just select all 9 letters with no hassle. Alternatively, there's another thing you can do. Another way, you have to have a minimum of 3 vowels and a minimum of 4 consonants. There's a way of just getting those requirements out of the way immediately by pressing Control and space while picking letters. That'll give you your required minimum 4 consonants and required minimum 3 vowels, and then you can pick the last 2 manually, whatever way you want, using CV or using the mouse. Then the other shortcut, as you can see on the screen there, is if you want to end the round early using the keyboard shortcut, it's Control and E, and that's while the clock is running. Okay, there are all your letter shortcuts that I didn't mention earlier because I wasn't actually aware of them until Sam Kappelman-Lyons, who's actually the 2nd seed for the current series, he pointed out that this, in the help section, there was a page about the keyboard shortcuts. Right, yeah, there's one more thing, a tactical thing I forgot to mention. In each game you play, you get a choice. Well, you don't get a choice, but you're assigned either player 1 or player 2. So as you can see here, there's the games room, and at the moment there's just myself, Billy Stokes, and a whole load of robots. If I click on some of these, like Ep3's Prune, I will be player 2 in my next game with Ep3's Prune. With Nude, I'd be player 2 with Nude, player 1 with Waldorf, player 1 with Plum, and so on. Yeah, there we go. And with Billy Stokes, once you get past all his information, you'd see that I would be player 1 in my next game with Billy Stokes. The only real difference it makes of whether you're player 1 or player 2 is the order in which you get to do stuff. Like if you're player 1, then you get to pick the letters in the very first letters round. If you're player 2, you get to pick the letters in the second letters round, and so on. So you take turns. I'd say a vast majority of players, given a choice, would prefer to be player number 2, because that means that you get to select the final numbers round. In a letters round, here's how it will affect you. If you happen to be declaring your word second, if you're the person who didn't pick the letters, then that can be tactically advantageous. As you can see here in this particular round, I had a 7 and an 8, but because I could see that my opponent had declared a 6, I didn't have to risk the 8 and I could just go with the 7. So tactically, make sure you don't miss that little bit there where it tells you what length of word your opponent has declared before you make your final decision. Okay, so I think that's all the extra information that I need to put into this part of the video, so we'll leave it there. Hope it was useful to you. I reckon the next one I'm going to do is going to be a similarly short video about the numbers game, where it concentrates purely on that. Probably do, say, around five rounds, probably one of each type of number selection. So there we go.